Welcome, everybody, to WFHR's Rapids Report, brought to you proudly by Crockett Septic for this July 7th, 2025. Have your host, James, here, and I'm excited. I got a bunch of energy in me because we're going to be talking to some of my favorite people. Wisconsin Rapids Community Theater's Teen Summer Production is here with us right now. We've got our director. We got a bunch of the cast members. What we're going to do to start, so the audience can put a name to the voice, we'll kind of go down the line here and let you guys introduce yourselves. And, I'm going to start with you, Sue. I gotta start with you.
Okay, hi.
And that's not me trying to brown nose a director at all. That is not.
Never. I know you want a part. I know you want a part.
Okay. Thank you for thinking of me.
My name is Sue Becker. I'm the director of West Side Story. This is my third show with the community theater. Did Newsies last year, and then White Christmas in the winter, and now West Side Story. I've been with the grade schools doing children's theater for the last 11 years.
Wow. I didn't realize you'd been there that long. That's awesome, Sue. That's really cool. Good on you. I appreciate you doing that, too. Thank you very much for the introduction. Let you introduce yourselves next, sir.
Hi, my name is Ethan Madsen. I am a part of this play. I play the character of Riff.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So, yeah.
Right on. Thank you, Ethan. Appreciate that.
Hello, my name is Phoebe Lager, and I play the part of Maria.
Thank you, Phoebe.
All right, hello, my name is Madeline Hando, and I play the part of Anita.
Thank you, Madeline.
And then, hi, I'm Austin Franz, and I play the parts of Tony.
Nice. Thanks for being here, Austin. And Austin, Ethan, good to see you guys again. Appreciate it. This is old hat for you, so don't... As I warn all of you every time you're in here, please do not take my job. I need this job, okay? So don't be too good at this. But I do want to kind of get into the play a little bit first to kick things off, Sue, if you don't mind. And we were joking a little bit in our pregame. It's hard to imagine anybody not knowing West Side Story, but just for those that may not be, or maybe even just reminding people about it. And if there is any, I don't know if it's significant differences, but the adult play, the teen play, if there is anything like that you want to touch on.
Right. West Side Story is a classic. I mean, it's something I saw when I was a young girl. It was in the 50s. It takes place there. The adaptation we're doing is the high school version. A lot of input from, obviously, Leonard Bernstein, Stephen Sondheim, and then Jerome Robbins. A lot of insight from him.
Yeah.
The difference between the adult version and the high school is how they ease it up a little bit in the message, as well as the musical score is put in vocal range for teens that are developing their voices. So it's not as intense. It's not easy. They'll tell you that. But I have a musical director, Cindy Erzell. She's a bit amazing. So that's kind of the gist of how you get the high school version. It is definitely, set in New York City in the 50s, two rival gangs. I see it as racial. It's more territorial.
Yes.
And, the ups and downs of trying to vie for that one spot or their territory. The classic good versus evil. Evil,
Since the Montagues and Capulets, we've been doing these stories.
Exactly. This is a modern-day Romeo and Juliet story. So people come, if they know Romeo and Juliet, if they've seen this show, whether it was back in the 61 version or the more newer version that was just recently put on TV. But you'll love the music. I mean, who doesn't like Somewhere, Tonight? Officer Krupke is like, you'll laugh your tush off. The kids are so fun in that. I sat there and go, how am I going to choreograph this? I gave them a couple moves and then they took over.
Nice.
And they have just done an amazing job with it. It is crazy. Slapstick. It's really good. So Maria and Tony will make you cry. Their voices are beautiful. So, it'll be a good time.
Yeah. And thank you for that, Sue. We were talking about this on air, off air a little bit with this show. This show in particular meant a lot to me as a kid and to my family. I come from a mixed family and know a little bit about this, come from the other side of the tracks, know a little bit about that and territories and what you were saying there and some of those things. So seeing any kind of representation, even if it is a little, entertainmented, and raised up a notch or whatever and everything, meant something as a kid. You just didn't have a lot of that and everything. That was important. And I think that the essence of the play, the meaning of the play, the message of the play, you can make an argument is just as relevant now as it was back then when it first premiered and some of those things.
Correct.
But there's the other part of this too, and I hadn't thought that much about it until recently. And you guys follow me on this one, but I actually thought about the recent run of the Spider-Man movies, and those movies have had great actors playing those roles all the time. Tobey Maguire, Andrew Garfield, great actors, also almost 30, and they're playing teenagers, and it just never felt right. No matter how good those actors were, they just never felt like I didn't really believe him as Spider-Man. Tom Holland, not a teenager, but a much younger actor, and certainly looks younger, and it just made the character that much more believable. To me, when I'm watching those movies that you reference, and they're great movies, both of them are really good, you got 20-year-olds, almost 30-year-olds playing teenagers in some of these things and everything, and it just isn't believable. Right. When you have kids doing this show, when you have teenagers doing this show, you guys get this better than we can. You just do. There's certain things at a certain age that you just feel and can get and you can bring to life so much better than adults can, no matter how great of actors they are. There's certain things that only real life can incorporate and really bring. And you guys, at the time of life you're in, doing this show, couldn't be a better match, couldn't be a better fit. And I think that when you really do love a play like this or a show like this, and you've seen it many times or something like that, when you have kids actually doing it, teenagers actually doing it, it's so much different. It brings so much more to the show and everything. And that's why we can't encourage you enough to check this one out.
And that's the thing. There's so much heart in it from them. Their emotions are raw. And, in the storyline, the adults in the show I kept as adults. I'll give a plug. Seth is Lieutenant Shrank. Yeah. So, and he plays it well. So, and it was perfect. So. Yeah,
Seth did have in my notes to mention him. Thank you. We do appreciate everybody involved with this one. You have such a good team. You mentioned your choreographer earlier and a music director and so many other people that are involved with this one behind the scenes. We appreciate all of you so much. All the adults and parents getting these kids to rehearsals and everything, really do appreciate. You guys really help theater move. I want to go down the line here, ask you guys about your character a little bit, and maybe something you liked or enjoyed about playing that character. And so we'll just go down the line here with that. And we'll start with you, man.
So my character is Riff. I am the leader of one of the gangs that are going at it. It's really fun. Like, when you see the movies, what kind of a gang is just dancing in the streets? Right. Like, they're just going around, jumping around, doing little, ballerina poses, and they're going at it, and they're supposed to be, against this other gang. And when I first saw the movies, I kind of was like, yeah, this is kind of lame. What kind of gang does that? Well, I'm doing it. I'm playing this part, and it's so much fun. I'm doing these little ballerina poses, and it's kind of like, wow, this is really nice. And we added a bit more choreography of the actual battles and the fighting, and it adds a bit more, animosity to it is the word I'm looking for. Sure. But it's showing the gang members, and there's this whole love thing going on. My character does not know that. He's just... Okay. Tony's kind of a bit of an idiot at the moment. Like, why are you doing this? This is not smart. So yeah, I'm really enjoying my part. It's just fun to work with. And it may come to a bit of a drastic ending, but it's fun. Yeah.
Good to hear. Really good to hear. Well, I'll get more from you a little bit later. I'm going to go down the line here again and let you talk about your character a little bit.
Hi, I play Maria. Maria she's very innocent, and she's young, and she's hopelessly in love with Tony. And she sings a lot of duets with Tony in this, and her part sings, it's very, very high for me personally, but I can sing it fairly well, I think, and me and Austin, I think our voices match in most of the songs we sing. It's so much fun. I love watching scenes that the Jets and Sharks are in, and they're fighting, and it's so much fun to watch. And yeah.
Good to hear. Good to hear. And
Yeah, so I play the part of Anita, and it's very, I almost want to say nostalgic, because I was about 11, 10 when I first watched the original movie, and just the personal connection I felt towards Anita. She's a kind of like an older sister towards Maria. She's dating the leader of the Sharks, so she's very knowing. She's very, I don't want to say wise, but like kind of. It's so fun. I love all my songs with Phoebe. Luckily, I don't have like a solo song, so I do kind of get to play off of like other people with it, and yeah, it's just amazing. It's
good to hear.
Yeah.
Really good to hear.
Okay, and then I play Tony, Austin again, and I when I got cast as Tony, I knew I was going to love the songs because I've always loved singing. That's always just been one of my passions. But I think one of my favorite things that I've taken from the show is just the acting that I've been able to do. Like, there's so much emotion in this show, and it's like a super like high fun show, and it's like super exciting, and then it just boom hits you like a train, and it's so fun being able to play with those and like that emotional roller coaster, and then like have like those fun scenes like Officer Krupke like in the middle to break it up, because it's like it is a heavy hitting show. It's a very emotional show, and I'm sure people that know about the show know that. But I think we do a really good job at portraying those emotions. I think all of us do, and like I think we all sound really good in our songs as well. It's really good. I like it.
It's great to hear. One of the things that I think you learn going through this, the rehearsal process, you have an audience right away. Like from day one, from the first read through, you have an audience. It's your fellow cast members. It's your team. It's the people around there. And when you're able to entertain them, first couple of nights, that's one thing. But you're talking like your fifth, sixth rehearsal down the line. You're 2 weeks in, 3 weeks in. You've been doing this a while, and people are still laughing or people are still engaged. That could be a big part of it. To your point, I think that the script is so well balanced in that regard, where there is moments of seriousness, while also some great light moments in there, and the music keeps things moving and very the energy really good too. And you guys, the four of you, just sold this well. Sue and I don't have to say another word. You guys just really sold this well. We could just end the interview, actually. It would be pretty good. Sue, I did want to talk just a little bit about the rehearsal process and how often you guys rehearsed.
Sure. Auditions happened just after school was out.
It was like
before
May 16th.
May 16th, and then
May 6th.
May 6th. There we go. They got it. They got it better than me. I got a lot on my mind.
Exactly.
Anyway, and then after that, it was working with them. My normal schedule when I do any of these productions is a Monday, Tuesday, Thursday. Then we add in a Sunday here and there, and then as we get going, they get longer, 4 to 8. Now we're 4 to 9, going into Tech Week here. But I am very workable with them, schedules. I know it's summer, vacations, but they know that they have a responsibility. If you're going to take a vacation, you come back knowing your lines,
right.
You know your songs. So, they have to take ownership, and they all know that. So, it's never been really a hassle with a lot of my kids to give me what I need.
It's great to hear. I like the audience to know the work that you all put into this show and everything, while also anybody out there listening that thinks about maybe their kid being in theater or themselves, knowing how much of a time commitment it is. There is a commitment there, but I don't think anything too crazy.
No.
It's about what you'd expect of, especially if you haven't done this before. So
well, it's no more of a commitment than you got these little basketball players and baseball players, parents running all over Wisconsin.
It's all my brother's doing right now.
Yeah, and hotel rooms and weekend meals. Ours is local.
Yeah.
You can have fun local. And just one note, I have one that's not local. And it's Maddie. Maddie heard about the show, and she lives in Sun Prairie. And she's like, God, I want that. She loves the show. And I said, well, you need to audition to prove yourself.
Sure.
She did. It's my granddaughter. So we brought her into the show. So it's kind of a neat experience for me to experience this with my granddaughter.
I'm so excited to hear that.
Yeah.
And I will say right away, what Maddie was saying before, I was going to say off air about what it means when you get to play, being in something that you've liked since you were young and those things. So having that connection right there, it means something, certainly a little bit more, but then with family and all that, that's really cool to hear. That's what the community theater is all about. That's wonderful. Good to hear for you guys.
I'll say, and then to bounce off what Sue said, we have people in Rapids, but I think we also have some people that are like 40 minutes away. We have some people like 30
yes.
minutes away.
Yes, we
like
do.
it's central Wisconsin mostly, and then Maddie coming from Madison. She's like, I'm gonna be different, which is great. Like she's doing amazing. But yeah, it's like, if you're hearing this and you are anywhere in Wisconsin and you are willing to make the time and come to it, you can come audition. It doesn't have to be in just the Rapids area.
This Wisconsin in general has such a wonderful, healthy theater life, and I mention this whenever I can. And there's been some recent positives happen politically as far as entertainment goes. But when it comes to last year, Wisconsin finished dead last in funding the arts in the union. And we need to make sure that everybody knows that and understands how important the arts are, not just to the economy of this state, the life of this state, but the youth of this state. And making sure that we invest in it, we invest in our arts, we support these kids. We go to every local theater show that we can, wherever you're listening. There's going to be kids' plays going on. There's going to be high school plays coming up in the fall and some of that. Support these kids, support these plays. We may not know what they're going to do next. They may not know what they're going to do next. But whatever they're going to do, they're going to need confidence. They're going to need some people skills, some abilities to be able to speak in front of others and stuff. That's theater. Theater brings you that. Why do you think I'm in this chair? What do you think? I didn't go to school for radio. I was doing plays in 5th and 6th grade. I was doing that. I was getting reps. I was getting experience doing these things and being able to speak in front of people. Not that anybody thinks I could do that well. So I'll be honest here. But you just don't know where it may lead you to. What we do know is we can build their confidence now. We can believe in them and support them, and while also taking in some really good shows. Because I will say this to the end of time. I can't guarantee that any show you go to that I'm in, that it's going to be good. I can tell you we're going to give you everything we got, but I don't know if you're going to like it. There is no such thing as a bad kids or teen play. It doesn't exist. Everyone is amazing. Everyone is going to be fun. This one in particular. As we're wrapping up, guys, I wanted to know and kind of use this as a moment, a little bit recruiting. I'll be honest, we're recruiting a little bit. We always like to bring new people to the theater and let people know what it's like behind the scenes and that. What have you enjoyed about this experience? What have you enjoyed? What is one of your favorite parts of it? You don't have to name just one thing, but go down the line here and let us know what you had fun with the show.
Well, when you join theater, you're up there, you're on stage, you're acting, and it's fun. But I think what really is the most enjoyable about theater is the cast. Because when you're in the theater, you're in the show, you get to know everybody, and it's like your second family. You know them, you're with them almost all the time, you see them weekly, and you become connected with them. Which makes, like, when the play's over, it makes it really hard. Mm-hmm. But it just also makes you more ready to go back and do another one because you're hoping to see those same people. You like staying with the same cast because they are close to you after the plays. You might not know them at first, but they are very important to you afterwards. Mm-hmm. So if anything, if you're even thinking about joining theater, please do. You are going to be finding this big family that's just ready to welcome you.
It's one of the things I love about theater. So well said. It's such a great place for those that may feel like you're out, especially if you were like me, had a hard time making friends or introducing, talking to people and that. Well, it's also a great place for social butterflies. Like, it doesn't matter, like all kinds of types of introverts, extrovert, whatever verbs you want to use and everything. Everybody's welcome and everybody can have a good time. It was very well said.
Yeah, very similar to what Ethan said. When I started theater, I'm homeschooled, so I don't get out very much. So when I started theater, I knew no one, and I was really nervous at auditions, and I didn't know what I was going to do, and then I did it, and then everyone was so welcoming, and it was amazing. It's like a great big family. You make so many friends when you go, and it's like immediate. even if you don't know anyone, they're all going to welcome you in with open arms, and it's just an amazing experience overall. Yeah. And it's so much fun to be on stage with all these people who you've grown really close with the past few months. And yeah, so
very cool.
Yes, very similar to what they said. Obviously, the friends, that's a big part of it. You just make so many. And like coming from an outside town where I knew literally nobody here, it was great to come into a cast that just welcomed me so much. But another thing that is very important about theater is the things that it teaches you. It teaches you teamwork. It teaches you confidence and public speaking and just things that are really good, especially for young people, to have. So again, if you think about joining theater, do it, because it will help you make friends, it will help you open yourself up, and it will teach you life skills that you probably should have. So, yeah.
I was saying, I'm bouncing off kind of what Maddie said with like different theater companies and like meeting more different people. I performed with LHS Theater Company. I performed with the Community Theater. I performed with Hopo. I just finished my first year of college at University of Wisconsin-Milwaukee as an acting and voice major. So I've been there and performed with those people, and it's just like, I was there and I was having a good time, and I love it there. It's like, I love that place and I love my friends I've made there, but I've also like, part of me missed a little bit like the little hometown theater, because it's like, I still really enjoy the theater, and it's like, no matter where you go, you can still have a good time with theater and you learn some of life choices, and if you like it so much, you can make a career out of it. Like, you don't have to go for performance, you could go for production, you could go for choreography, for music, for set design. There's so much aspects of theater you could go for, or it will just help you like learn so many good skills in whatever future career you have.
I've been obsessed with acting since I was 7 years old. I've been working at it for a very long time. There are things you guys have touched on and you're getting that it took me like 20 years to get and everything. I'm also realizing how thankful I am that I do not have to audition against any of these people. I'm so lucky. So lucky. Let's talk about the show itself. It'll be premiering this Thursday, July 10th. There'll be a show on the 10th, the 11th, and the 12th. Those will be 7 o'clock shows. On July 13th, you got a 2 o'clock matinee to wrap everything up. So you got 4 wonderful opportunities to take this in. And I encourage you to take in every show if you can. There are no reruns in theater. No. Every show is a new experience and a fun experience. And you guys are going to have just that, a fun, wonderful, memorable experience. And you're going to give that to the audience, because it sounds like a great cast. You got a really good one here, so this is fun.
I'm really proud. Last night after our run, I sat down and I went, my stress just went out. I'm done. They've taken over the show, and it's awesome. That's what a director wants to see.
Yeah.
They finally have taken it, and they figured it out, and they're doing things that I want to see, and my vision's coming to life. Not just that, but in the set. I have parents that have been wonderful, helping put this all together, and tech people that have that work for the community theater that have come in, Pete, and so things are coming together. And it wasn't easy. I wanted a real fence. Well, the city, Jake, I know him. He said, "Okay, I have this pile. Come check it out." I got my fence.
Nice. That's awesome. There will be a fence. There will be dancing. There will be singing. There will be fun. There's going to be so much going on with this one. Buy local, support local. That includes the arts. Everybody get your tickets for this and make plans at WRCtheater.org. West Side Story, the 2025 teen summer production being brought on by WRCT, is going to be premiering this Thursday, July 10th. Get your tickets again and find out more at WRCtheater.org. Follow them on social media as well and share their posts on your page. You just never know who might see it otherwise. Big thank you again to the whole team involved with this, everybody behind the scenes, certainly all the parents getting you guys to rehearsals and everything. We appreciate everybody out there. You guys have fun. Break a leg. Say hi to the cast for me, and have a great run, y'all.
Thank you.
Thank you so much for joining us. And a big thank you to all of you out there for joining us for another edition of WFHR's Rapids Report.